Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you sitting in the first 15 rows, you are in the splash zone. There's a good chance that during our presentation, you will be getting very, very wet. If you want to avoid being soaked with ice-cold salt water, you might want to move to higher and drier
We're not in the
ground.
splash zone?
You come from adversity and challenge. You come from farmhouses and high-rises. Your people, just like us, doing things we could never imagine. To all of you who dedicate your lives to protecting ours, we offer our thanks.
Hi everyone, my name is Kiki. On behalf of all of us here at SeaWorld, I'd like to take this moment to show our support for the men and women of our armed forces. And during this difficult time, those first responders who have tirelessly worked to fight this worldwide pandemic. We proudly welcome you and your families. And at this time, ask any past or present members of the United States Armed Forces or any of our allies from across the world, as well as those first responders, to please rise. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in honoring these men, women, and their families. We thank you for your service. Before we begin today's presentation, please enjoy this information about killer whales.
The ocean covers over 70% of the Earth's surface and is essential to all life, both in the sea and on the land. There's one animal that is the perfect ambassador for the ocean, and that's the Orca, or killer whale. In just a few minutes, you'll meet SeaWorld's killer whales. First though, let's find out more about these remarkable animals. Orca, or the killer whale, is the most widely distributed mammal on Earth. They can be found throughout the ocean, all around the world, including in the Arctic, the Atlantic, the Southern, the Indian, and the Pacific Oceans. No other single marine species lives in as many different ocean habitats or is as directly reliant on as many different types of marine life as the killer whale. More than any other marine animal, the Orca is the very embodiment of our shared global ocean. Until about 2 decades ago, scientists didn't know that there were actually several different varieties or ecotypes of killer whales. With effort and observation, however, we discovered that there are actually 10 distinct ecotypes, each differing in size, behavior, diet, lifestyle, and appearance. A striking characteristic of the orca is their black and white skin. This camouflage is called disrupted coloration. In a murky environment, this coloration can make them difficult to detect. Killer whales are countershaded. Their top surface is darker than their surface underneath. From below, looking up, they blend in with the light from above. From above, looking down, they're invisible against the dark depths. Killer whales are warm-blooded and breathe air just like we do. Killer whales are the largest members of the Delphinidae, or dolphin family. As you can see, they have impressive physical characteristics. Orcas have keen eyesight, both above and below the water. The dorsal fin of an adult male can be up to 6 feet in height. The powerful pectoral flippers and tail fluke can propel them through the water at a high rate of speed with great maneuverability. Their top speed is nearly 30 miles per hour. Killer whales use echolocation to hunt and to communicate. Communication is also accomplished through tail slaps, reaching, and entertaining for our guests. These behaviors are also essential to maintaining the health and well-being of the killer whales in our care. Much remains to be understood regarding the Orca orca. One thing we do know, however, is that across the globe, they face real challenges as power and fragility of the ocean.
Hello and welcome to Orca Stadium. My name is Doug and I've been an animal trainer for 35 years. I can tell you, it's not just a job, it truly is a way of life. We dedicate so much of ourselves to the stewardship of these magnificent creatures. It's a huge responsibility as well as an incredible privilege to care for and build relationships with these wonderful whales. And we are honored to share what we've learned with all of you today and for many years to come. Ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy Orca Encounter. Connected ocean. And there's no better animal to represent the ocean's beauty than the killer whale.
They live in every corner of the ocean, from the Arctic to the Atlantic, the Southern to the Indian, to the Pacific and beyond.
The killer whale story is the ocean story, and it's one we all share.
We are one world, united by our ocean.
abilities. These behaviors keep our whales active and engaged. SeaWorld's killer whales have inspired generations to care about our natural world, and we're excited to share their story with you today.
Killer whales are the ocean's top predator. They use cooperation and communication, not just size and strength, to take their place at the top of the ocean's food web. At the bottom are small animals, like krill. At the top, the apex predator, the killer whale. Killer whales are as big as a bus, faster than an Olympic swimmer, high flying and powerful.
We're going to see all that today and more. These and other behaviors provide an environment full of enrichment.
We spend days, weeks, months, and years building relationships with our whales. This creates trust, and that allows us to do some amazing things. For example, when you visit the doctor, you would present your arm to draw blood, or step on the scale to see how much you weigh. It's much the same with our whales.
Throughout today's experience, you'll see the killer whales moving together in unison. These synchronized behaviors help strengthen their social bonds and allow them to problem solve as a group. This is just another reason why they're known as the ocean's top predator. Their scientific name is Orcinus orca. Their common name is killer whale. Our 5 whales have their own personal names: Takara, Sakari, Kamea, and right here in front of us we have Tuar and Kayukin. Kamea is our youngest whale at 7 years old. Her mom, Takara, is our oldest whale at 29 years old. Takara is the matriarch of our whale pod, which means she is the leader. These whales trust us and take an active role in their health and well-being. Through the use of positive reinforcement training techniques, we teach them husbandry or healthcare behaviors. Joining us at the slide outs today, we have Doug and Taylor, who are going to show us some of these husbandry behaviors. One of the first behaviors we teach the whales is a loop present. On my left, Tuar is demonstrating this now. Not only does the loop present allow us to look over the whale's entire body, but it also allows us access to the easy-to-see shallow veins on the white underside of their tails. Our veterinarians can collect a blood sample from these veins at least once a month. During today's presentation, you'll notice the trainers giving the whales back rubs, belly rubs, or tail massages. This is just one of the many ways we can build our relationship with these killer whales. Collecting blood is one way we can ensure the health of these animals. Another important diagnostic tool is how much each animal weighs. We weigh our whales at least once a week, and to get an accurate weight, we ask the whales to slide their entire body up and out of the water onto a whale-sized scale in one of our adjacent back pools. On my right, Kayuki is demonstrating this now on our slide out. You'll notice a part of his body, from his dorsal fin down to his tail flukes, still remains in the water. This part of his body is called the peduncle, and it contains some very large muscles. The peduncle can weigh up to several hundred pounds. So in order to record an accurate weight, we ask the whales to lift their tail flukes up and out of the water. So as of Tuesday morning, we know Kayuki is weighing in at 9,440 pounds. It is important to weigh each of our whales to make sure that our younger whales are growing appropriately and our adult whales are maintaining a healthy weight. Our husbandry behaviors can help ensure that our whales are healthy and thriving.
And the care isn't just physical. Mental stimulation and play are vital, and we surprise and engage with our whales at every opportunity. Play is how killer whales teach their young to hunt, and for the adults, play is important too. It seems that they just enjoy having fun. Making time for play is an important part of life for killer whales, and for us.
Observational learning and mimicry play a critical role in the life of a killer whale. From the moment they're born, they learn necessary life skills by watching and playing follow the leader with their mothers and other whales. Here at SeaWorld, they play follow the leader with us by mimicking our movements. Now let's play a quick game with some of you. The section on my left, go ahead and mimic my movements. Take your left arm, put it high in the air, give a big wave to 2 arms. Look at that! As you can see, he's paying close attention to you. Killer whales are very curious animals, and they have great eyesight above and below the water. We'll see our whales spy hopping or even jumping completely out of the water to get a better view of their surroundings or while playing. We're going to demonstrate that today with a behavior called a sighting bow. So again, my section on my left, take out your left arm, point out that finger, and toss it over your right shoulder. 2R is now going to make his way to the bottom of this 4.5 million gallon habitat and propel himself in the center of the pool. This is 2R. Great job, everyone. Killer whales communicate in a variety of ways, and using vocalizations is one of them. On the other side of the stadium, we've enlisted the help of a very special family to help demonstrate some of Kayukit's vocalizations. Whenever you're ready.
It sounds like you.
Did you know scientists believe that when a whale leaps out of the water, it may be a way of communicating to make their presence known? You see, sound waves travel at about 4.5 times faster through water than traveling through air. So when a whale leaps out of the water and crashes back down on the surface, that's called a breach. And that sound can be heard for miles around. Let's take a listen as Kayukit demonstrates the breach. This is Kayukit. Let's hear it for our audience volunteers.
Give him one more back.
Killer whales can communicate by leaping out of the water and making a huge splash. SeaWorld's research and observation of the whales in our care has shed light on the many mysteries about these amazing animals. For example, we know the gestation period for a pregnant killer whale is 17 months. That's information that's impossible to obtain from the wild. However, some information can only be gained from field observation. SeaWorld works with our partners, like the Norwegian Orca survey, to further our knowledge. Killer whales are remarkable, powerful animals, and perhaps the best expression of that power is when they hunt.
Killer whales stand apart. They have no natural predators, and just about any other ocean animal could be their dinner. Depending on where they live and their chosen prey, they've developed some epic hunting techniques. Off the coast of South America, killer whales will beach themselves, riding in on waves just long enough to catch prey. They'll also create waves that knock animals like penguins or seals from ice cliffs. Most importantly, they cooperate, communicate, and coordinate as a team. Here's footage of killer whales corralling a school of herring. A whale dips in and feeds, while the other whales keep the fish together with spikes in their tail fins.
In the ocean, killer whales create waves to hunt. They use fluke slams to stun their prey, and they can even beach themselves completely out of the water. For the whales, it's a fun demonstration. But for you, it's time to get wet.
That was the best. My car up there. It wasn't even looking.
day. Depending on where they live and the time of year, their prey can vary. Unfortunately, things like overfishing and pollution pose a serious threat to many populations of killer whales.
Killer whales are impressive animals, and it's pretty obvious why they're the top predator in the ocean. That means killer whales
Environment. They're completely dominant, yet completely dependent.
When it comes down to it, killer whales are not the most powerful animal in the ocean.
Their future depends on you.
Through your actions.
Through the choices we all make.
We hold the future of killer whales and the oceans in our hands.
Killer whales continue to surprise and amaze us. They're the perfect ambassador for the ocean. Limitless, connected, powerful. But still vulnerable.
The challenges that we face can seem insurmountable.
Little bit of that baby well.
Don't give up. Be inspired.
We can make a difference. The ocean needs our help, and that seems overwhelming, but together we can make it happen.
There's so much to learn.
So much to protect.
So much to explore.
The killer whale story is still being written, and there are simple things we all can do to make a difference.
All it takes is one. One choice.
One positive act. One ripple that can grow and grow.
And change the world.
Together, we've got this.
Like the little ones back there. Yeah. They don't do the big flashes. They by my size.
that by joining us today, these animals have inspired you and deepened your appreciation for killer whales just as they have for all of us. We will continue to learn from these amazing animals and hope that you will too. Thanks for being with us and have a great day here at SeaWorld. Goodbye, everyone.
Everybody's trying to get it. We're in the middle.
Follow SeaWorld on Facebook and Instagram to keep track of our latest rescues and find out more about the animals in our care. Thanks again, everyone, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your day at SeaWorld.